Hey guys, welcome back. So in the last video, we learned that there is a problem with the linear queue when we are implementing it using an array. So we see that the way the array is managed is not optimum, and that is where the circular queue comes in picture. Now before moving on to the operations of circular queue, let's see how exactly the circular queue works. So a circular queue is very similar to a linear queue with a small twist. What is the twist? Let's see. So here we have a blank queue. So let's say we enqueue some elements 10, 20, 30 and 40. Now if we dequeue an element, as we know, it needs to be deleted or dequeued from the first element. So first element is 10, so we dequeue it. So this does not exist anymore. So top of the queue right now will point to 20. Now if you dequeue 20, this does not exist anymore and top of queue will now point here. Now let's say if we enqueue few more elements. So we put 50, 60 and 70. Now if it was a linear queue, it would have given an error if we wanted to store 80. It would say that the queue is full. Though we can clearly see that these two cells are not yet utilized. So what does the circular queue does in this case is very simple. It says right now the top of the queue is over here and we want to insert 80. So it checks if there is any extra space in the beginning of the array, which in this case we see we have. Then it stores 80 over here and says this is my top of the queue. So now this is not the top of queue anymore. Top of queue comes over here. So the queue starts from here 30, 40, 50, 60, 70 goes to 80. Now let's say if you want to enqueue one more element 90, it goes over here. Why? Top of queue is over here. Next element is blank, so we insert it over here. So top of queue right now points over here and beginning of queue points over here. Now if you want to enqueue one more element, then we can clearly see that there is no space in this queue. And then it will throw an error, which is a legitimate error, that there is actually no space in this queue. Now if you dequeue one element, so 30 goes out, beginning becomes here 40. Now if you want to insert an element, we can safely do it over here. So top of queue becomes here and beginning as usual will be here. So this is the entire concept of circular queue. So I hope you have understood the concept of circular queue. Now let's see all the algorithms of circular queue operations one by one. So here we have algorithm for enqueue operation in circular queue. It takes the value that needs to be inserted. First it checks if the queue is full. Then we don't have anything to do, we simply return an error message. Else, if top of queue plus 1 equals to size, that is, if top is already at last cell of the array, then we have to reset it and put it in the first cell. What that means is, let's say we have these elements in the array. If we dequeue the first element, that is 10 is gone. So now beginning of the queue will point over here. Now if we want to enqueue one more element, it comes here and says if top of queue plus 1 double is equal to size. So top of queue right now is pointing here, which is 6th cell. If this plus 1 is equal to size, so is 6 plus 1 is equal to 7? Yes, it is. Then it will go to the first cell. Top of queue is equal to 0. So now top of queue has become the first cell. That means we can insert 80 in this cell. So this has become top, this has become beginning. Now let's say if you dequeue two more elements. So 20 gets dequeued because this is at the beginning of the queue. This is gone, beginning comes here, we dequeue one more element, this is gone, beginning comes over here. So now if we want to enqueue an element in the queue, it comes here, sees if top of queue plus 1 is equal to size, no. Top of queue is right now is 0, 0 plus 1, it is not equal to size is basically 7. So it goes to else, top of queue plus plus. So top of queue will go here and insert the value in that cell. So 90 can be inserted over here and this becomes the new top of the queue. So basically there are only three conditions that we need to check. If queue is genuinely full, if top of queue has reached end of the array, and the last trivial case which is coming from the regular queue. Fine. So I hope you have understood the in-queue operation. Now let's quickly see the time and space complexity of this algorithm. So as you can see here, all of these operations are constant time statements. So if you total up all of them, it becomes order of 1 time. Space complexity is also order 1 because we are not using any extra space for doing any of these operations. We are just using the existing array and updating few values here and there, nothing more than that. So that is all about in-queue operation. Hope you have understood it. In the next video, let's see the dequeue operation of circular queue. Thanks for your time. See you in the next video.